And this weekend over in the Bundesliga, as it's the Klassiker, Bayern against Dortmund, who's going to take advantage of the league. We'll take a look at it, all of it, next. For the match day number 31, that's right, of course, over in the Bundesliga, and we'll get to that in just one second. If they knew where you've been, smash your subscribe to keep banging today. All things Bundesliga related, Pepper Rose related, world football related, we got it all here, boys. Under one roof. If there's any hope left in the title race, of course, Dortmund need to win against Bayern in Bayern this coming weekend in the Klassiker. We'll take a look at that and more in a second. A big shout out to my VIPs. They're the patrons, guys. Thank you for loving, of course, Bayern teams. You know who you are. But of course, let's take a look at what's going on in the Bundesliga and of course what went on last weekend. So here we go. Take a look at the games. Then here they come. Arminia Bielefeld, of course, against Bayern was a 3-0 win for Bayern. Big win for them on the road. Of course, Bielefeld are in trouble going down at the time being, but still got a bit of fight left in the tank. Leverkusen, of course, 1-0 loss to Leipzig. Of course, Leipzig now kicking ass and taking names up to third in the table over Leverkusen, 2 points clear. And of course, they really kicked into gear in this back end of the campaign. Meanwhile, Dortmund against Wolfsburg, 6-1 demolition for Dortmund. Big win for them, of course. Union Berlin with a 2-0 win for Frankie. Of course, Mainz 0-0 against Stuttgart. Augsburg with a 1-0 loss against Hertha BSC. Gladbach, let's not look at that one. Let's close our eyes. Freiburg with a 3-0 win over Bochum. And of course, Hoffenheim with a 0-0 draw against Greuther Fürth in the end. Let's take a look, of course, at the table. It looks like this. Bayern, of course, what are we looking at here? How many points did I say? It's 9 points. So it could go down to 6 points, of course, if Dortmund were to be victorious this weekend against Bayern, with, of course, a few games left to play. I think they've got, what have they got? 6 games to play? Something like that. 30. Yes, something like that. 36 games, I think. Of course, Leipzig, of course, nowhere near second spot right now. Of course, Leverkusen are in fourth. That race is bubbling. Of course, Freiburg still in contention as well to make it to Champions League. That'd be absolutely crazy for them. Union Berlin also doing good for them as well. Meanwhile, Gladbach down to 11th. They look like shit right now. But, of course, down the foot is Greuther Fürth and Bielefeld. Going to go down right now. Stuttgart joining them, maybe. The trapdoor, but of course all could change this coming weekend. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Of course, let's take a look at how you guys did last time around. Of course, Vinny Hong, 6 points to the board. Well done to you. And Anakin, Bianca Molla, Russell Frost, and Shane O'Donnell doing the biz as well. What about the mini leaderboard? Now, this is the leaderboard that's, of course, been brewing since, of course, January. Hans Wurst and Frosty, 60 points at the moment. They kicked ass at the second half of the campaign. Are they kicking ass in the real deal, of course? We'll have to look at that about a week, 10 days' time, of course. But anyway, let's take a look at the next round of matches. Here we go. Cup before Bundesliga, free to enter, get your name in lights, of course, and hopefully we'll see you next time. So we're going to kick it off with the banger. Should have put that one at the end, really, should I? It is, of course, Bayern up against Dortmund over the Allianz Arena, coming at you on Samstag, April the 23. That's right. Coming out at the Allianz Arena, played each other 77 times since 1992. 42 wins for Bayern, 19 wins for Dortmund, and 16 draws. Just one defeat at the past 6 for Bayern right now, 75% form. Up against a Dortmund side, of course, just one win. So one defeat past 6 for them, 75% form for them also. Both of them coming in identical form heading into this game. Last time around, of course, over in the Allianz Arena was a 4-2 Bobby Dazzler. That was back in March 21. The reverse fixture in Dortmund was a 3-2 win for Bayern as well. There's goals in this game. In fact, the last 3 games in the league, I'm going to have to do a bit of math on the fly here. 6, 11, 16 goals in the last 3 games in the league. Goodness gracious me, I'm not even including the Super Cup thrash games, which also have on average around about 4.5 goals a game as well. So take a look at there'll be a banger, of course. Dortmund with a 6-1 win over Wolfsburg, of course. They're looking like Haaland could be off to Manchester City this summer. Well, of course, he wants to end with a bang. Of course, Bayern with a 3-0 win over Bielefeld as well last time around. Of course, the odds though for this one, of course, Bayern are actually 11-4 on for the 18-2 is your 6-1 is your long shots. That's Dortmund on this one. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win for Bayern. More goals in this one. Goals are plenty, but not good enough for Dortmund. I think you could probably crown them as champions from here on in. Bayern take the 3 points and probably the title as well. Greuther Fürth up against Bayer Leverkusen. Let's take a look at this one now. Coming on the 23rd of April as well. 5 times they played since 2008. Nothing for Greuther Fürth. 4 wins to Leverkusen and 1 draw. Just 1 win and 6 for Greuther Fürth right now. 42% form up against a 42% form. Also Leverkusen just 1 win, 1 defeat past 4 for them. 42% form heading into this last round though in Greuther Fürth. It was a 0-0 draw back in February 2013. The reverse fixture in Leverkusen back in, of course, December was a 7-1 win for Leverkusen way back on match number 14. Of course, coming after the Leverkusen with a 1-0 loss against Leipzig. Back-to-back games now without a goal. Greuther Fürth now, of course, coming to on the back of 1, 2, 3 games without a goal heading into this. In fact, scrap that, 4 games without a goal heading into this And that's, of course, competitive action, of course, not including friendlies as well. Meanwhile, Greuther, the odds for this one then, shall we? Coming at you, we have Greuther 61 for the victory, 5-2 on Leverkusen, and 50-4 is your draw. Back Leverkusen here, 2-win for them, and another clean sheet for Leverkusen, but also a goalless affair for Greuther on this one. Next up, of course, we have Leipzig up against Union Berlin, coming at you as well on Samstag, April 23rd. Now, these two sides have played to the 9 times 2014, 5 for Leipzig, 3 for Union Berlin, and 1 draw. Of course, Leipzig, 83% form for them, unbeaten in the last 6 games for them, up against the Union Berlin, so I've 1-3 on the bounce, 58% form for them heading into this. Last time around, though, in Leipzig, it was a 1-win for Leipzig back in January 2021. The reverse fixture in Berlin it was a 2-1 for Berlin back in, of course, December 2021. So, in fact, the away side's only won once the last 6 occasions between these two sides. And of course, that was when Leipzig beat Union Berlin back in August 2019. Meanwhile, of course, Leipzig picking up a 1-win over Leverkusen last time around. Union Berlin with a 2-win over Frankie last time around. The odds, though, for this one, we've got Leipzig 29 on for the Richie, 10-3 is draw, and 6-1 is Union Berlin on this. Going to go with a win for Leipzig here, 2-1 win for them, just enough over the line to get 3 points and keep the dream alive for Champions League. Once again, Freiburg up against my boys, Borussia Mönchengladbach, coming at you on Saturday as well. Now, these two sides will lock horns on the Europa Park Stadion. Now, these two sides played 44 times in 93, 50 wins for Freiburg, 60 wins for Gladbach, and 13 draws. Just 1 defeat, though, in the past 6 games for Freiburg right now, 67% form. Up against the Gladbach side, just 1 defeat, past 5 for them, 58% form heading into this. Last round, though, in Freiburg, it was a 2-2 draw back in December 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, in Gladbach was a 16 win for Freiburg back in December 2021. Of course, Gladbach with a 3-1 loss against Köln last round, Freiburg with a 3-win over Bochum last round. The odds for this one, we have got Freiburg at 20-17 on for the rookie. They have red hot favourites, 13-5 is draw, and 3-1 is your Gladbach. I'm wearing this with green glasses here, tinted glasses. Going with a draw here, point in the bag for both of them. I think Gladbach will be happier. Freiburg, of course, will take this as a loss, as 2 points dropped in their race for Champions League. Hertha Berlin up against Stuttgart, of course, relegation 6-pointer, you would imagine, right here, right now, coming at you on Sonntag, April the 24th. Now, these two sides have played each other 43 times in 1987, 16 wins for Hertha Berlin, 14 wins for Stuttgart, and 13 draws. Of course, 2 wins in the last 4 for Hertha Berlin, 33% form for them. Up against the Stuttgart side, just 1 win in the last 5 for them, 58% form for the last 6, just 1 defeat also the last 6, if you want to look at it that way. Meanwhile, last round over in Berlin was a 2-win for Stuttgart back in October 2020. The reverse fixture, 2-2 draw back in December 2021. Mainz picked up a 0-0 draw against Stuttgart last round. It's actually been back-to-back goalless affairs now for Stuttgart. Meanwhile, Hertha Berlin with a 1-win over Augsburg last round. Of course, big win for them down the foot of the table. Coming at you, though, last time around, the odds for this one, we have Hertha Berlin 70-10 for the victory, 8-5 is your Stuttgart, 9-4 is your draw. Back, of course, a tight one here. Going to go with a 1-win win for Hertha Berlin, denting Stuttgart's hopes, and, of course, keeping the dream alive for Hertha Berlin on this one. Frankie up against Hoffenheim. Let's get into this one now. Coming at you on Samstag as well. Now, these two sides have played each other 25 times, 2008, 9 wins apiece, and 7 draws. Of course, just 1 win in 6, though, for Frankfurt, now 42% form. Up against the Hoffenheim side, just 1 win in 6, also 32% form for them heading into this. Last time around, of course, over in Frankie, it was a 2-1 win for Frankfurt back in October 2020. The reverse fixture, a 3-2 win for Hoffenheim back in, of course, December 2021. Frankfurt, of course, doing bits in the Europa League into the semi-finals. Will take on West Ham coming at you very soon. But, of course, coming to this on the back of a 2-0 loss against Union Berlin. Meanwhile, Hoffenheim with a 0-0 draw against Greuther, which makes back-to-back games now without a goal for them heading into this. 31-20 is your Frankie, of course, 5-2 draw, and 70-10 is your Hoffenheim here. I'm going to give it a bit of a merry bounce there for Frankfurt, back into winning ways. 2-0 win for them as they continue their fantastic end to the season domestically and in Europe. Meanwhile, Wolfsburg need to respond and fast. Taking on, of course, Mainz this coming Freitag, April the 22nd. Now, these two sides have played 39 times since 1993. 60 wins for Wolfsburg, 9 wins for Mainz, and 14 draws. Of course, just 1 win of the last 5 for Wolfsburg at the moment, 33% form. Up against the Mainz side, was 1 win in 6, 33% form for them. Also heading into this. Last time around, though, in Wolfsburg, it was a 3-2 win for Mainz back in May 2021 on the reverse fixture. A 3-win win for Wolfsburg, Mainz, back in, of course, December 2021. Mainz, though, pick up a 0-0 draw against Stuttgart last time around. Wolfsburg with a 6-1 demolition against Dortmund. However, just the game before that, they did have a big win, 4-0 win over Bielefeld. That was the last match at home, so maybe they can get back to that sort of form heading into this. The odds for this one, 13-8 is your Wolfsburg, 9-4 draw, 7-4 is your Mainz on this one. I think it's going to be tight, a 1-1 draw right down the middle, and I think Mainz will be happier on this one. Bochum up against Augsburg coming at you on April the 24th. That's a Sonntag, of course. Played each other 4 times in 2010. 3 wins for Bochum, 1 for Augsburg, and 0 draws, of course. Bochum, though, just 1 defeated past 4 for them, 42% form for them. Up against the Augsburg side, 1-3 and lost 3 of the last 6, 50% form for them heading into this. Last time around, though, in Bochum was a 5-4 Bobby Dazzler in favour of Bochum. That was back in October 2021. This campaign, it was in the DFB Pokal. However, last time they played in the league in Bochum was back in September 2010 in the SpVgg Bundesliga, and it was a 2-win for Augsburg back in the day. Meanwhile, they also played each other in Augsburg. The reverse fixture in December was a 3-2 win for Bochum. Bochum way back when as well. So Bochum actually 3 games unbeaten, 3-game winning run against Augsburg over the last 10-11 years. Meanwhile, Augsburg, of course, did lose to Hertha BSC back-to-back games now without a goal. Meanwhile, Bochum also back-to-back games without a goal, drawing with Leverkusen and losing to Freiburg last time around. The odds, though, for this one, we have 13-10 is your Bochum, 23-10 is your 11-5 is your away win here. Back in, of course, Bochum win, 1-0 win for them, keep the clean sheet, and of course, move the chains for Bochum on this one. Köln will wrap up this match week, of course, up against Arminia Bielefeld coming at you on Saturday, April the 23rd. Now, these two sides have played each other 19 times, 96 times for Köln, 7 wins for Bielefeld, and 3 draws, of course. Just 1 defeat of the past 4 for Köln right now, 58% form up against Bielefeld side, who, of course, haven't won in the last 7 games, 8% form for them heading into this. Last time around, though, in Köln, it was a 3-1 for Köln back in, of course, January 2021. The reverse fixture in Bielefeld was a 1-1 draw back in December, match number 14 it was. Meanwhile, of course, Bielefeld with a 3-0 loss against Bayern, of course, back-to-back games now without a goal for them. Up against Köln side, of course, back-to-back 3-3. Well, they scored 6 goals in the last 2 games, of course, beating Mainz and beating Gladbach, of course, in quick succession. The odds, though, for this one, then, shall we? What we got going on? We've got Köln actually 20-11 on for their sheet. That is red hot favourites, 10-3 is draw. 9-4, sorry, 90-4 is your away win. That is, of course, Bielefeld for this. Of course, back in Köln here, having a fantastic season, aren't they? 2-1 for them to take 3 points. And keep the dream alive. That's it, guys. That is it. Be sure to get your picks in. Of course, cut the force. Bundesliga will be back, of course, for the next round of matches right here. But until then, make sure you smash that subscribe. It does wonders for the channel. It does wonders for me. It does wonders for you. Of course, it brings you content just like this. And also make sure you smash your subscribe if you're new. But until then, boys, we're done right now. See you soon. Be safe out there. But until then, we're out.